What's up YouTube, Tech Guy here. So Google just dropped their new Google Home Mini, and well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So to get things started, the unboxing is pretty satisfying, starting off with the best pull tab experience I've ever had. I just never can seem to pull those things perfectly. Next up, you are greeted by the Google Home Mini itself, followed by some setup instructions, and last is the power cable to get things juiced up. Immediately out of the box, I was really excited to see the Mini because, well, I've been waiting for Google to release their version of the Amazon Dot for quite some time. The Mini is not very big and can fit in the palm of your hand, not that you would want it to, but for size comparisons, it's no larger than a donut. That was really good, by the way. The cloth-like texture on the top gives a really classy look and follows the same footprint as the original Google Home in terms of style. It's very subtle, which I like, and buttons are nowhere to be seen. Towards the bottom, you simply have a grippy rubber that's really grippy, which helps so that it doesn't go moving around easily. Now, the only visible ports in the Mini are the micro USB port for powering it up and a mute switch, but besides that, there's nothing visible. On the color side of things, you do have the option for a charcoal gray, a gray color, and also a red version. Personally, I think red is too loud, so I went with the charcoal and gray, which also blends in pretty well with your house or office decor. So anyways, to get things started, simply plug up the Mini and either download the Google Home app, which the Mini will tell you to do, or in my case, since I already have the Google Home, just open up the app. You should see a pop-up within the app stating that there's a Google Home ready for setup. Simply tap on setup and follow the on-screen steps, including where the Mini is located in your household, also what network you'll be connecting to, and also you will have to train the voice assistant with your voice. I will mention that if you have multiple users connected to the home, each user will need to train their voice for each additional Google Home you add to the house, which is a bummer but not a deal breaker. After setting it up, you're all set. The Mini is ready to be used, and just simply say, "Hey Google, what's the weather today?"
Today in Winterville, it'll be sunny with a forecasted high of 78 and a low of 51 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now it's 78 and sunny.
Now the Mini is a lot smaller than its older and taller brother, the OG Google Home. But if you're wondering what is the difference, that would be sound quality. By no means am I saying that the Mini has terrible sound quality, but it doesn't compare to the Google Home because the Mini simply has one 360-degree speaker. The Mini pumps some good clarity, which is what you would expect and want out of a voice assistant that is just sitting around the house ready for you to ask it stuff. It does get pretty loud when you turn it all the way up, but don't expect to get any low end from the Mini when listening to music. Besides sound, there's nothing else that's different. The Mini performs exactly like the original Google Home. Still performs the same commands such as playing your music, turning off the lights, calling anyone in your contacts such as your wife, or answering random questions such as,
"Where do you find gold?"
On the website goldfeverprospecting.com, they say, the states in which major amounts of gold have been found are Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia, Idaho, Michigan, Montana.
Now, since we're on the subject of volume, you might be wondering, how do you turn the volume up and down? Well, that's simple. The sides of the Mini are gesture based, so tapping the left side turns the volume down and tapping the right side turns the volume up. In addition, Google did have a small bug problem to where the Mini was recording 24/7 without your consent, so they pushed an update recently to kill that feature so you can no longer tap on the top of the Mini to activate the assistant. Now it is strictly activated by voice, which is what it should be meant to do in the first place, and I feel that's the purpose of owning any home assistant. I'm sure there are times when you wish you could disable the voice trigger for OK Google, such as this video, and that's what the slider on the back of the Mini is for. If you're like me, you might have a few sitting around the house in different places, and sometimes you want your music experience to follow you anywhere in the house. Once you start adding multiple Google Homes, you can create a group in your Google Home app so that when you ask the Google Home to play music on that group, all speakers cast at the same time. In my experience, there was no lag whatsoever since it uses the Wi-Fi connection to cast all speakers, which is great. Overall, this is an awesome piece of tech that I think has a good purpose in a lot of homes. The aesthetics makes this a great piece of tech to sit anywhere in your home or office, and the price tag is only $50, which competes with the Amazon Dot. But obviously the Google Home Mini has a Google Assistant built in. At this point, you're paying for which assistant you prefer. For the $50 price tag, I think this would be an awesome gift this upcoming holiday season for someone that wants to try the voice assistant in their home for the first time, or someone like me that just wants Google anywhere in every corner of the house. Well guys, that wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoy the content and be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on my uploads. If you enjoyed the video, please press that like button. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.